Well, me that I'm growing my hair, I agree with you. I agree with you. But then that would be a difficult thing for any AI to do.
It doesn't have to be AI, but like, bro, at this point, like, bruh, black people have always existed. There should have been somebody that must have thought that, oh my god, keeping black hair is not easy. Can we create, can we create
Mm.
how to cover our hair automatically or something?
Headache.
You think? I'll
But
work
to
on
be,
it now.
bro, if I'm that rich, I would just employ someone to become my hair. Like, your job description is hair combo.
The problem with combing someone's hair is not that it is stressful for you passing the comb through it. It is stressful for you because it's your head. If somebody is doing it for you, you also feel the same discomfort, or you feel a level of discomfort because you're like, can you just get this thing done now? Why is it paining me? Can't you just tap it like this and I'm out of here?
Honestly, man, and like the problem that like people just like model. It just gets to the point in life that like
You see this disrespect.
you still work on one side, job, your career, they call you, and then you try to come back. I know now, you clear everything first.
Straight up, bro. Clear everything. Say, don't worry, we'll deal with you
Ah,
later.
hmm. And Bobo will not be crying by in the background.
Make all counts first. You know how much they say pampas.
Bro.
Mm. How much they say pampas? Pampas are expensive these days. Oh Jesus! Fucking piece of shit.
When I don't say we don't start like
Leave am now. Maybe they talk rubbish. uh, yeah. Oh my God. How you guys? Shego, you don't sleep. Abi, you won't sleep already.
what? You don't sleep? I don't know. What is that question getting at?
Like,
You won't sleep already.
I'm active here, and the young man is asking me why I don't sleep.
I beg. What do
Sleep
you
into your
mean?
eye.
You know, the men of Ife, I don't know if you're the smoke, lowest in white. I get now.
Hey, guys, wait. Nigeria won Ghana 2-1 today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Run that thing. Run it. Run our special effects. Yo, wow. Again?
Yo, that's it, boys. That's it.
God, I wish I had like a conk Ghanaian friend. It was so far from my hand. I have Ghanaian friends, but they're not like, they're not tight enough to bounce like this.
We start vexing.
Like, he mad. Will knock his head with another 2-1. This is going to be the most unplanned podcast that has existed because I don't even think we had like a list of things we wanted to discuss.
I have.
Oh, okay. Mr. What Podcasting.
It's one of those.
He will soon sell us in this thing again.
It's what we do at World Podcast now. We make it easy so it feels like a breeze. So, World Podcast and Steez. Oh, no, you feel like World Podcast and Steez. That's what we do. We make podcasting feel like a breeze. Oh, no. Too much. Who the metro?
If I be because I just mute your mic, I guess.
God, don't do them now.
Don't do
you. Behave yourself. Check the chat. I don't pin this thing.
The boys currently the Musa podcast. What is this? What is it? The boys currently the Musa. Oh, the boys currently the Musa Bed podcast. Our conversation go somewhere else. The Musa Bed podcast is the Musa Bed podcast. If we go create the boys podcast talk, what?
Yeah, the rule is we Shego, I say that like if we get to 10 episodes of this podcast, 10, right? Then we create a separate The Boys podcast on Spotify titled The Boys, and then we like upload all these ones to that place. But we must get to 10 first. It's only when we get to 10 we qualify to have like a separate channel.
That's 10 weeks. So, guys, I've actually been consistent. I think it's going to be like the fifth.
This is the 5th week.
This is the 5th week, and we've actually been blowing consistent.
Until some guys
We could not be a company. Our podcast is our company.
Wait. Shego, what do you say?
So we were consistent until the guy decided to hop on the metro during the day.
Hey, Shego, I told this guy. I told you guys yesterday, let's do it. And I said, no. I said, okay, today, let's do it. This one I say that you went to cafe. Like, this can't be content for podcast. How can we even be discussing?
Yeah, so I wrote a LinkedIn post today. I think this is a good. I wrote a LinkedIn post today about like so there's this thing I do is I listen to a ton of podcasts all the time, right? So when I listen to a podcast that I like, I've not started doing it for the ones I don't like. When I listen to the podcast I like, I write down like 1 or 2 sentences why I like that podcast. And so I've been looking at like the notes, right? And like checking, okay, what is the common factor?
It's not the service that you sell.
Exactly now, like so I am gathering. So I was looking at like why I like the podcast and what's the common factor. Now, like me, I'm a subject on its own. Like I can't use my own subjects for most people, right? But then I do. So I was like, why do I like
After periods of drones.
Google feeling.
So
Why do you call like basic science for just 2 guys?
anybody will sleep will collect it too.
Hey, Mr. Trustor.
Yes.
So,
God, wait.
So,
Go back here. What's in here? Condom. Mr. Condom. Go be giving that about the last school.
You know, say FA staffs visit to this thing, Avi.
yeah, they come to defense.
I've gone beyond that.
I mean, I
Give me to Mr. Condom.
I don't think I did that.
Are you mad?
I think he was trying to school when we were in senior school.
What subject did he teach us?
Shego.
Ava,
Okay, I know been there. In teach basic tech. Now basic tech, are you?
yeah, basic tech when they pack people, so you be cultist.
Why? I know see Okpego did that list.
The question now, are you a Malabite?
He's gonna be Malabite again.
Look up that he actually thought of like some mad maths just cause like if you feel like magician, you know, like there's like some mental maths process that you can do to make multiplication easier. So I think is it so if you remember now like 2 like is it 5 times table? No, not 5 times table, I think like 8 times table. But if you put like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and then the other one you will put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or something like that, you will actually be the right thing.
I did the lane that time.
No, I mean, I was multiplication now. We just dey look at like, forget Mr. Corner for primary 2 for the useful.
When our brain see the light, but secondary school self, our brain
You
was
know, they try.
my brain day studio. Shut up.
I'm going to do something extra.
You see, it's not the talk. They go to the talk.
I say your brain being this sleep.
My brain day awake. Oh, day studio. I did the learn from Mr. Kazum them. Guy, all the things I do in the studio is what I'm doing in real life now. I swear to God. Everything I
So school is not a scam,
secondary school was not a scam for me.
Even for me, I can't lie. Like everything that I'm actually doing today is thanks hugely to literature in English. Like literature in English, like is one of the most underrated courses in the academy, especially like when it was taught by Mr. Christopher Joseph, that guy is a legend. I can't even lie. He just so good.
Secondary school was not that bad then. Shegu, how far your secondary school experience?
She go to second position now. Why not?
That's true. This is secondary school now. Yeah,
Our boy athletes. Nobody forget that part.
yeah. Now
What you
the
talk?
I don't convert the
boy.
speed to my brain. Fastest learner.
The only thing they run away from now billing. So,
You know, that kind of speed.
that guy is that one that you did fastest on right now. Secondary school was school.
How many minutes you drop for the fish? Shego?
Oh my god, I don't know if it counts, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
You and
I did serious now. Let's say pointer sport at least two.
Bad
That's-
guy. So, 3 shots.
that's why you can't count.
I just at least two, like at least.
Even at
I
least
don't
max
have
could be
to-
5 now.
Max will be 5. I know say you get one time where I do 400 meters. Yeah. God. First time experience where I won that. Oh boy.
How far is this small?
I can't remember the year, but it was a relay. I just did advance say I should go and do it. But when also I start with speed. But I actually maintained it until the last 100 meters. God, my leg be heavy.
400
Oh
meters.
boy. Yeah, 4x4.
Yeah, we never did 4x4. 4x400.
Yes, no.
It's 4x100 with this. I don't think we did 4x400.
Why you no go? Why you go no?
Your job has to follow count. Do you see it? The reason why Musa Sabi do all those cross go share that because the ancestors Sabi follow cow, so they fit trek from country to country for the back of cow. So
You know how we go in 400, so stop playing. Stop playing.
mute me. Who fucking mute me?
What?
Person mute me.
Wait,
Person
second
mute.
mute.
What?
You can mute person.
Yes, no.
I want to give some kind bigotry goods like this. This is these like strokes.
This guy, this Lagos guy, Jesus Christ. I was floating there. When you talk about like long distance races now, you go and say, I don't go for cross country now.
Yes, now.
Which egg is that?
This egg up me, bitch. I jump go.
You know that. You can good.
Good now. I swear I get good for house. Too good I get from FA.
You go share your cross.
I do cross go share chop good. Last race ever. Fit Academy, I take win that gold. And I chop. Oh no, sorry, maybe gold.
Yeah, no experience.
Can't be good. Only question our own reality. Like, what I culture?
Musa counts. I know say now you carry the gold, but I carry medal. I carry medal from Cross Goshen. Let's leave it like that.
Don't carry medal. They give you wrapped water bottle.
No,
What they give you?
yeah, his medal. I hang it on my neck. His medal. I put it on my teeth like this and I snap. It's 2 medal I had. I had 1 gold. I had 1 gold from basketball and 1 medal from.
Copper they give you.
I wonder where you stole it from.
Guy, I get medal like this. 2 from my house. I hang out for my wall for my room. Currently my brother's room, but I hang out there. 2 medals.
Maybe clap for you now.
Put your cling.
Anything men they do in 1 year.
You don't even like because like the people will believe you know shout.
They play.
My sister, like I was supposed to win that thing. Just that, like, Lack of experience. That's just it. No, that's the truth. Like Olenka was the fast. Olenka was the fastest in SST cross Goshen. But Olenka, like, I think that was the only time that Olenka took that race serious. And he did not actually know how to win. That was Olenka's problem. Like, it was crazy. Me and Yerima, like, to today we talk about it.
That's in Pino line, guy. In Pino, because now my roommate that year, he complained for me. He's like, guy, I was close to winning this shit.
I'm not sorry for him, bro. Like, I'm not sorry.
The highest thing I collect for cross Goshen and two way.
Now, which egg of quality this in America?
Don't say rubbish.
Like, I don't also chop too well for just sabi just three. So calm down.
Calm down. Chop your toe where they go. I don't chop toe where, bro. I collect cross Goshen. You see the worry you now. Now I collect gifts. Gifts with me I collect. These boys will. Hey.
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. My own gift. Like, now I don't know how they run. How they run for principalities and powers.
You run from Ife Richie now. How you know you run?
No wonder they call it like this. And they try and fire. They born
For one guy.
Let's move on to the order of the day. Let's start off. Kekere, they do 1 or 2, so he's not here. Fucking hate this
Jeff
boy.
LB rejected a huge company. This guy, that's
Amazon saying no, they are available.
Also, they reject Amazon. Also,
balls, bro. Heavy balls. Big time.
Imagine like the repeating manager looking back at the email and I'm like, what?
What?
They go surely check your LinkedIn, like, where this guy will work first?
He goes, yeah, what? Intel won't give opportunity. This black guy. We're trying to help the black community.
I know. You just have to.
Like, he can't resist.
I can't help myself. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. I fall into temptation.
You go use for your against your future.
It is good that you say I did racist. I'm not a racist now.
The guy is colored. What is he racing against?
Dude, I'm black. You know. I'm accepted from the core of it. Yeah. So anyway, we have a discussion for today. Based on I didn't even do intro, sir. So boys and girls who on the internet, you know what's up. My name is Drone. My name is Drones. I'm the creator of What's Podcasting. We help podcasters manage podcasts easily, and we're also we are basically managing this podcast. So we have on the table Musa and Shegosime. They're both useless people, so forget about them. Moving on. Well, let's just go around again. So Shego,
control you.
no control me. Let's go. Shego, what's up now? We have Shego here. Shego is backend dev. Basically, everything backend, front, Node, JS, Shopify.
Shego na anything he wants to be.
Anything he wants to be. Right now, he's being a backend dev, Shopify. He builds Shopify apps as well. Shego, you want to introduce yourself? Say your market.
I didn't get market where I once said. Anything where you want build, just buzz me and give me deadline.
I say Shego na intent I am that I am.
Softest.
Yeah.
That's it.
Son of his father.
Son of his father. Son of his soil. That's a good thing.
I don't think God is Nigerian.
Yeah, then we have Ubed Musa. Piece of shit. Bloody piece of shit. If you see him anyway, just know that. But Musa, you can introduce yourself.
I love you, so don't worry.
Shut the fuck up. That's gay, nigga. That's gay. You can't be black and be gay in the same time and not be in Nigeria. That's terrible.
Shut up. She go really leave for this guy.
But like, that's a 3 words combo to be. Gay,
up.
black,
She go really
gay.
scared.
Yeah, you're a man. You're gay and you're black. You're putting. How do you?
Thank you for his own safety.
I'm sorry. Oh,
For his
Prince.
own safety.
Prince, I know you're laughing. Don't roll on the floor, please. Be careful. It's well. So Musa, please say your markets. We don't have markets to say. Please say your
I
market.
get market to sell. I am an independent consultant. If you need any work that needs to be done, the house to do it, data analysis, I'm just finding a proper solution to come out of your problems. I'm your guy. I'll solve different kinds of problems, so I won't limit the scope. But if you're looking for something precisely, my house business, you're not. I won't insult you, but I think I won't answer because in a podcast. See if you off your camera.
Why? Why you off my camera?
When you do like Momona.
No, my camera.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Let me tell you how you sound.
If you have money, I can do anything. Just bring the money first.
Black. Hey, go, what's the combo?
It's B, it's G, and it's M. That's bad. That's the worst thing.
What is the
And it's, you're a man. You're a man. You're black. You're gay.
More. We don't the breakup points being a man is a problem. What?
And the worst part of it, you're broke. Oh,
Yeah.
That's why if you have money, you can't do anything.
exactly.
She finished. Jesus.
Oh. It's good now. It's not a bad finish. It's good. This is how you sounded. This is how two of you sound. Shego, this is how two of you sound. Me asking you guys, what do you guys do? And then you guys now go like,
so I do anything. You send me this, I do that. As long as there's money on the table, I can do anything. I can put my toes on the table. I can become the table.
that's how you guys sound. You sound like the voice. You sound very gay. Well,
The voice is gay. Guys, let's leave the subject. This subject is very tricky. That's not.
no. See, this is the thing. It's true. I was telling you guys about what I found out about podcasts. See, I'm sure people must have dropped off by now. But here's the thing. Please, honesty, right, is one of the things that like based on the LinkedIn post I made, honesty is number one. So what I say honesty is when I listen to a podcast, right, I can't
be more.
Honesty is an emotion. Like it's not movable.
What?
See, let me explain why
It's an emotion.
Let me explain to you why I say it's an emotion. It's because you can feel it. Musa, if somebody's lying to you, you can feel the person is lying to you.
I can feel it, but I might be wrong.
What do you mean might be wrong? You might be wrong, but you can feel it. And in the game
I
of
feel that this
podcast,
person is lying to me, but the person might be telling the truth. What do you mean honesty is an emotion?
listen,
What
let me
do you mean
explain.
this
Let
guy?
me give you context. Let me give you the context.
Context,
You want-
what is an emotion?
Shego, you guys listen. Shego, listen. No. So now let me tell you. So when it comes to podcasting, right? One reason why a podcast is not interesting, at least based on my own notes that I've been taking, is when I feel that this person is not being honest. Like when I feel like it's not honesty as per what they are saying is true or not. Honesty as per how they have the conversation, if it's fake or if it's real. Like if they are talking like they are being paid, Now, I will not mention it, but remember, there's a certain podcast that we listen to, and you told me that their podcast is nice, but because they are getting paid to do it as per their company, it feels like it's not honest. I can't remember the certain podcast here we're talking about. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Musa. I'll type it. I'll type it in the chat. So it's these guys.
I only listen to like two guys. Which podcast is that?
I want. Hang. So you once told me that.
Yeah.
Good. Now you can feel it.
Okay,
that,
Mr. Honesty, why didn't you say that?
That's what you see. The context now is what made you understand it now. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you listen to some podcasts and you drop off.
But that was not an emotion. That was information past. Information past is not an emotion.
What's the difference? Explain.
What?
Explain to me what you mean. Like, I'm telling you that
information past and an emotion. Is that what you're asking me? What's the difference between an information past and an emotion?
Yes. I'm telling you, see, let me tell you. No. Listen. God, I look like a dummy in this fucking podcast. Jesus, today has been bad for me.
But you start
this episode is bad.
Dog.
This episode is bad for me. Yes.
FLB don't save me from this young man.
Oh boy. So apparently rain is falling where I wanted to go to. So hopefully this place isn't too noisy.
This guy don't get funny.
I beg, Prince, perfect timing. You just came at the point where Evergop just said that honesty is an emotion.
In context.
Honesty is an emotion.
In context.
Why are you saying in context? It's like lawyers saying it depends before you go to prison.
It all depends.
How is my voice?
It depends.
I'm
now.
wearing headphones. Is my voice okay?
Yeah, voice is okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
See, the lawyer saying it depends.
Yeah, all that thing.
Nice one. Throw me shade. I agree. See,
Evergop, you're doing this yourself. This is 3 against 1. You won't survive.
I would.
know
Wait,
I'm not scared of shit.
Who said I'm against Egop? Let's hear this thing first before.
Good. So if lawyer said you going to prison
If you
depends.
what?
No, I want to answer Prince. He says it's like a lawyer saying you going to prison depends. Yes, it depends if you are black or white. But that aside, now
I beg, do we do disclaimer before this episode? I beg. I don't
yeah. Well,
okay. Entertainment.
Yeah.
All jokes.
Yeah, it's all jokes. Like this is a comedy. Like if you listen to this for financial advice, please kindly do not. We're all joking here.
Exactly.
For this,
it's like Hispanic and border patrol. Like we all know
exactly.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we are all possessed by the spirit of
because of you guys.
You can't go jail because of us. It's a joke. Like it depends.
They say satire. Until they tire you first.
Nice. So let me tell you guys. So I was saying that
It's the way that Evergop actually wants to defend you. Please go ahead.
see, this is fun.
At this moment.
This is fun. I'm talking to lawyers and arguing with lawyers is a thing I like to do.
Just say my papa wants to make I study law before. I will unleash that way. Go ahead.
Yeah. And Shego gets the context. So here's me as the what do you call them? Defendant or prosecutor. Good. So listen, I'm saying honesty is an emotion in context of what I'm saying, right? Is you can feel it. You can feel when somebody's being dishonest or not, especially in the context of a podcast. One reason I found out why a podcast is not interesting to me is not about like the facts of what they are saying is true or not true. It's about like the way they are having that conversation doesn't feel honest. It feels like they are being paid to sit down there, or it feels like it's a job that they are doing. So it is not a honest conversation that they are having. Secondly, it is not a honest way of talking about a topic. Like you can't feel, you can share emotions when you hear somebody. Good. So what I mean is you can feel when somebody is being dishonest on a podcast or not. And dishonesty in this case, not about them saying the truth, but rather about them saying that thing with, with a belief, with a certain honesty. Yeah.
Ego, do you know how you sound right now? Let me break it down for you. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is not 4. But 4 minus 2 is 2. That's
On the body credit of 4 is also 2. But let's multiply that by 4.
So you guys don't
get
understand.
3.
You guys don't understand what I'm saying.
It's like
don't
saying
really
that. It's like saying,
Mm.
it's like saying gender is an emotion. I'm not arguing any T people, though. I'm not tagging any T people, though.
No,
But
I am not one with a CIA agent, so I don't have to respond. I don't have a CIA agent listening to this call right now.
so
No,
Yes. Hey. Now why you go wipe up the for raise 2 million first? Because
now I say we will edit this
I'm telling
particular
you the
podcast.
truth. Because of you say honesty is an emotion, is like saying gender is an emotion. You feel it. I'm not saying both of you are wrong. I'm just saying the likelihood. So if you want to be compared to that, you can keep on following them to argue the system.
Kekere no one plays in green card.
Yeah, so I'm not saying any of you are wrong. I'm just saying that people are in the same group. So we can classify you as plus the plus at the end of the word. You accept?
You motherfucker, fuck you.
just like it was put into the. That's an act of terrorism.
I swear,
You get-
like, you know the funny part? I don't know if we're going to crack dry joke. If I knew, I would have just rushed here.
Some people will be like, what does this guy talking about? There's context, but don't worry.
This context.
No, but nah. Because you know that all our jokes is real. I'm on fire. I'm on
Kekere,
fire.
it's good you put this in.
Like putting what they do this is.
If this was an option, I'll beat you.
I know you're waiting to this.
Yeah, and he said if this was an option, he will beat him. And when it goes bad, I will defend you in train. Ukraine.
Why?
Oh my God.
Why?
Something
Please, why? You guys are adding soundtrack to yourself.
saying honesty is an emotion.
I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking.
Hell.
I identify as honest.
There's where I'm honest. Kidding. Ego. Because what's funny is that I wanted to support Ego, so I went to browser first, and I did not see one thing online that supported Ego.
But wait, can you feel honesty? If someone's being honest, can you feel it?
What I want to say, a feeling is not an emotion. Like literally, I'm on the page right now, psychologytoday.com. Is a feeling an emotion, and the first thing you're seeing here underlined, emotions and feeling are not the same thing. Full stop.
Okay, so how do you classify honesty? How do you classify when you feel honesty? Like when you feel someone's being honest, like the feeling of it. What is honesty?
You're talking about two, like you're talking
A
about
feeling is not an
neurons.
emotion.
Ego, how do you classify facts?
Different things.
How do I classify?
Facts. How do you classify a fact?
In fact, is either true or untrue now. You classify it is either true or untrue.
But honesty is truth.
But you can't feel when somebody's not being honest. Like, yeah, if I did like,
Back up. You're saying that you're saying that your emotions can tell you the truth. That's what you're assuming.
Like, wait, tell me if somebody's lying to you, somebody's telling you bullshit. Don't you feel
You
it?
can feel that somebody's lying to you. What I'm trying to explain to you here is that the oxymoron in your statements, right, that honesty is a feeling, is the fact that, like, honesty, like the first principles of honesty and the first principle of feeling are two very different things. Because, like, honesty.
What I'm trying to say is that, sorry for cutting you, even if honesty is a feeling is not an emotion.
Okay, so honesty is a
Let
feeling.
us
Is that a
assume
fact?
it is a feeling. A feeling is not is not an emotion. It's not the same thing.
Okay. Now that out of the I've learned. Honesty is
Thank you.
feelings and emotions are not the same thing. But honesty is a feeling.
Yes.
No.
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 What is not
Yeah, that is still knows.
what is not happening? What's not happening when you feel emotion, when you feel honesty, when you
See,
feel
Ego, I think what you're talking about is discernment, and discernment is not honesty.
Thank you.
Ego, do you feel hot?
do I feel what?
Do you feel hot or cold?
I feel cold right now.
Can you open your mouth and tell me feeling cold is an emotion?
No.
Be cold is a
Checkmate.
feeling.
Checkmate.
Can you tell me cold is a feeling?
No. Nice.
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay. Even those of us that used to Google self, I used to feel lucky all the time. Doesn't
Yes.
mean that is an emotion.
Okay, I agree. Feelings and emotions are not the same. But you can feel honesty, and you guys say no, you can't feel
You
honesty.
must feel honesty.
You can discern that someone is lying to you or
Thank
telling
you.
you the
It's
truth.
discernment. It's discernment.
It's not
Discernment.
That's the word.
It sounds very spiritual. What is discernment? Is discernment a feeling or an emotion? Yes, now that's what pastors used.
Because they have only listened to that one inside Kekere.
Yes, now like it sounds like a pastor thing to say. You're like, I discern the Holy Spirit is. Pray for the
My
spirit.
God.
Pray for the spirit of discernment. Pray today that the Holy Spirit comes upon you. The spirit of discernment. Guy, is
I
this?
can't wait for Mr. Dixon to listen to this podcast.
I mean, yeah, guy will be disappointed in four of us.
They said that Ego is lying.
Hey, God.
Guy, this is podcast.
Ego,
This particular is a dangerous episode. If you are putting it out, is either our last or our first to becoming worse. Anyway,
our first one.
is it our last or our first to becoming worse? Because we can only go down from here.
Go for good.
Go
Now you
for
go
God.
down.
Don't be bad.
Now you go any down.
Calm down. I believe the disclaimer
You
covers,
believe
but let
for
me
the
just
next
in
episode.
case.
Yes.
I am only here for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, we are only here for.
I don't know about other. Okay.
You should just claim it. I, David Egop Iquin Eliojo, I am here for entertainment purposes only. I declare that anything I have said, done, or made note of in this place are all jokes, and they should not be taken seriously. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not giving emotional advice. I'm not a therapist. I am just a boy pretending to be a comedian. I'm a comedian. I'm just making jokes.
I thought you were a software developer before.
Fuck
It changes.
See, changing every episode.
this is based on my
Now you're a
feelings.
boy.
Based on my
Basically,
feelings.
podcaster. Okay.
Exactly.
It identifies as a comedian.
Yeah.
What is
based
on
on
today's
feelings,
agenda? Musa, what's on today's
Yeah.
agenda?
Today, first of all, if I want Yasha blow, breeze are blow, if I want Yasha open. Nigerian government said there's about 26 million, or 26 billion that Binance is processing. Well, Binance has released their record stating that a loan amounted in a year, since 2023 alone, it is 21.6 million, not billion. $21.6 million. Well, could the Nigerian government be calculating that billion in naira? Mistakenly,
Does Nigerian government know 1 billion is?
they mistakenly put dollars. It's in naira, but they mistakenly put dollars there. Because I'm sure 21.6 million is billion naira.
Makes
It's in billion naira.
lawsuits.
No, that mistake
Probably.
is too much. They
That
can even
mistake
sue.
Probably, I don't know why they will make such a mistake.
I
don't know
just
what
think
they
like,
want.
it's so unnecessary at this point where the government is actually going this far with finance. Like, I don't see the need in the sense of is it even
Don't
the
you
right
want
to
the president?
use what?
Don't you want a presidential yash?
No, but like I'm just thinking about like every person that like the team that has been deployed to like try and sort out this Binance issue, right? At the end of the day, is a thing that could have been used in another environment to do other functional things that might actually like help the economy. But you like I don't
That's
know, trying
25
to chase
budget.
finance.
They are chasing them now.
Maybe they I don't know, but like from one point of view, what all of this is showing is that every action the government takes about like it's a global business. Other global businesses are also watching. That's another thing that we must take note of. Like we are dragging the global business, other global business. Like our president cannot be going out and be saying, "Oh, investors come," and on the one hand, you're detaining executives of a global business, and then you expect them to come again. Like why? Like who should logically come to your country for what reason? And then you're trying to like force them to release certain kinds of information before like you release the executives. I just think that everything is just wrong. And it sends like a very bad message when it comes to investments. It sends a very bad message when it comes to like people, businesses that might want to set up in Nigeria or even work with Nigerians. Like very, very, very bad message. Like so uncalculated this move, in my opinion.
That's Nigeria. I was trying to feel smart here. I was trying to search what is the concept of when somebody is trying to chase the fault. You see what I see what's happening here is Nigerian government, whoever is involved, is probably trying to chase something to make it look like they are doing something about it. That's why Binance is like scapegoat in this case, right? It is them trying to chase something so it look like they are working on trying to fix it. That's just what is happening at this point. Because Binance has gone, the currency has not gone down. Well, people can say it's stable now. It's not increasing the way it was before. At least it's high and it's stable there. They can argue that
It's not
then
smoke screen.
it has not gone. It's smoke screen. It's smoke
It's
screen.
exactly what I said before. This, these guys. I was about to say three different words that could have put me in prison, but these men in government and in power in Nigeria, if they are the ones that are moving the markets, let's first start from there. Now, in order to
Yeah.
prove their points,
They're the ones
they
that
have
want to.
they are the ones that move the market. They're the ones that move the price. They're the ones that move everything. They have the money. How much we get? How much purchasing power Nigerians get compared to these guys that steal everything? These are the billionaires. These are the oligarchs. These are the people that are stealing the oil and they are moving money about. Now they realize an arbitrage in the system. They own the banks. They own the government. They own the CBN. They own the laws. It is common sense to exploit a possible arbitrage. Then when everyone is angry that hey, this is rising too fast, they need a scapegoat we call Binance. You get now, even if Binance defends itself or herself, yes, even if Binance defends itself, what does an average Nigerian see? An average Nigerian sees Binance is being attacked and the price went from 1.8 to 1.4 in 1 week. They are like, they are like, you get my point? Now, why did the price drop if it wasn't Binance? Because of the people that are the corporates are blaming Binance. So in order to be right, they have to reduce what they are doing. Do you get my point? Reduce whatever the fuck they are doing. So to be as if whatever they did was effective. That is all just monopoly, man. So I don't believe Shingbai. I went into Binance.
Like, well, what you're saying like makes sense, but I think let's contextualize it. Like the way I see it, like first of all, when we say, oh, you know, they are chasing about us, who is like it is CBN. Like at the end of the day, it is CBN plus Binance. It's like this government agency, like one CBN, that is trying to like hamper down on Binance because it is CBN that believes that Binance is like using USDT, just using USDT, and that is not influencing the exchange rates. Like, let's explain the situation here. The problem that the CBN explained was that people normally go to exchange, like Naira for USDT, and then like the person that also says USDT will say, "Oh, I want USDT for X Naira." So the person will now say like, "Oh, I will now price that $1 is like 1,700 or collect for that amount for USDT, right? And so people now started pegging literally in the parallel market, like, oh, that must be the dollar rate somehow. And so because CBN somehow found out that, oh, this might, like, based on their own assumptions, that this might be the problem, then they now started attacking finance. Now, from the way I see it, contextualizing it, this is an agency led by, Governor Cardoso, and he's new, number one. He's trying to all he can, but we must acknowledge the fact that CBN as an agency has limitations, as in there's just so much they can do as a bank. I don't know if maybe only Prince, but like recently the Prince, I don't know if you heard, the BOJ, the Bank of Japan, recently increased interest rates for the first time. They have been like on an experiment of like trying to like create inflation in their economy, very crazy. But like Japan has just been doing an experiment for the last 30 years since the Asian crash up until now. But the Bank of Japan just recently increased interest rates, right? Why? And what did they realize? They realized that for their objectives, that's for the 30 years experiment, right? It was things outside their control that actually helped them achieve their plans, which essentially now allowed them to take the action that they did. What the point am I trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is that like central banks will always have limitations. Like when it comes to the grand scheme of things, right?
Prince mute. Okay. If you're not talking mute, your guys for background today.
When it comes to the grand scheme of things, yes, inflation. Nigeria's at the point where, like, it's central. There's just so much central bank can do when it comes to inflation. Like, even if they increase the MPR to 40%, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as there's insecurity in the country, nobody's going to go back to the farm. If nobody's going to go back to the farm, more food, like the demand and supply of food will continue. The dynamic that exists today, which is that, there's less supply and there's more demand, making the prices of goods go higher. It will continue this cycle and continue because the CBN cannot send soldiers. That's the role of the executive arm of the government to take. Like, there's just so much that Governor Cardoso can do. And like, I believe that they're trying to exert all the force they can to ensure that they can do whatever they can do to control the situation. But they have to acknowledge that, guys, like, executive, you guys have to move some strings, man, because we can't do this thing on our own. And I feel like everybody's like, CBN, looking at CBN. But like, the real question is, what are the other arms of government doing? I always I feel for CBN sometimes because we're putting so much pressure on them. But like, they don't have that much power to control everything in the country. They can only control limited aspects. Anyways, that's my position.
Well,
what I want to say is exactly CBN doesn't have power, but the people that are being blamed have power. Our points, yes, CBN are not the ones controlling everything, but the fact remains that this thing reduced to 1.4, and it is clearly not Binance that is moving the market. So why did they reduce within the time period? My own explanation
but Prince is like stuck now. Like this week, you see how Dow Jones, S&P 500, everything went green because Simon Powell did not move anything. After 1 week, 2 weeks, everything will go back to perhaps red again or something like that.
Everything will go back to red, but like the timing is illegal.
It's even today, as of today, it has gone down. As of today, it has gone down.
What I want to say is that yes, sentiment move markets, but people are moving Naira. Naira was moving about 100 Naira difference addition every day. That time, it was moving very fast. Everybody complained. Everybody started to make noise. There was too much pressure in the air. These people, they are attacked by now, and then the thing cuts down. I understand that they are invisible forces, but invisible force doesn't move currency from 1.8 to 1.4. Before this era, how fast was Nigerian currency move? What is the fastest that's ever moved before? 1.8 to 1.4 in 1 week. Say waiting. It's not invisible forces. It's not Dow Jones. This is illegal. This is insider trading. Now, my own hypothesis, because there's no how we can obviously know, is that I'm not saying the CBN, but or one CBN executive or one friend of one CBN executive can be like, hey guy, I know say you dey run this package through our back channels, but for this period, we need less pressure from Tinubu, we need less pressure from Nigerians, from journalists. Slow down in that nonsense you are doing. I know you are racking out cash. Okay, I will slow down. Then that whole period, the thing called that. If I say an average Nigerian would think that Binance is at fault. Why? Because after the sanction, it went down. What kind of coincidence is that? I'm not stupid. So everything, last, now still phone call. Is a phone call away. You know exactly who it is. It's the same way banks. You need a personal banker. If you want to get deal, even if you want to go abroad, you need CBN approval for them to give you market rates. Abi? So you not buy from black market, so you can push it to abroad. So all these people, they have contacts. If CBN can give market rates for school, is it not their friend that they cannot give market rates for something else for a trade? They can have arbitrage opportunities illegally.
No,
that is just my opinion.
Please, your hypothesis is correct because what
Yes.
essentially before the MFLA, like before when was it? 2000, when they appointed 12, when they appointed 15, I think, when Maurice started presidency. Was it Jonathan? Anyways, MFLA was the only guy that had 2 terms. What?
16.
Like MFLA, I think, is the only governor that had 2 terms. And the issue of arbitrage, right? For anyone that does not understand, arbitrage is just a situation. Have we not explained it on this podcast? Anyways, arbitrage is a situation.
I think we explained it last some weeks ago.
Was
We can
ETF
explain
we
it again.
explained?
Oh, serious? Okay.
Oh yeah. Anyway, arbitrage is a situation whereby like you also look at it in terms of rent seeking, based on the context. But like it's a situation whereby so people, certain individuals, right, have access to CBN money. Like, so imagine I am CBN and I sell Naira. The official rate was 400, right? But the black market rate was 700, which was literally the range during MFLS time. There are certain individuals that have access to CBN officials and have access to that dollars at 400, which of course not everybody can access, or if you can access it, like it's very, very slow, right? And like one thing, so I wrote a post about the BDC stuff on my LinkedIn today. Like one thing that pissed me off about that data that CBN released is the fact that they did not put Windows like when BDCs were incorporated, because I have a very strong feeling that a lot of it were created between the MFLA regime. And why? Why is because this arbitrage system started essentially, right, like from the MFLA, like the arbitrage. How do I know this? I know this because the gap between the parallel markets and the official market has been got wider and wider in the MFLA regime compared to any other past CBN governor. And so, like in the arbitrage system, a person that has access to $400 can go buy at official rate at $400, and then that person will go back to the parallel markets and he will sell that dollars back to Nigerians at 700. So that person has made a profit of 300, which is like nearly 100%. Like he has nearly doubled the money. I was having a conversation with someone and like, you know, I think the person watched the video of the former Lamido Sanusi, which so they went to Hajj in Saudi, and he was like, it's only in Nigeria that like somebody would just be sitting at home and be earning millions of dollars because of like the foreign exchange. And what did like Lamido Sanusi, and like I'm not sure about this, that was what the person told me, I'm not verified. But if it is true, right, what did Lamido Sanusi mean by that? It's basically the arbitrage system, which is that because you have connect in CBN, you can get dollars at very cheap, which was what MFLA was subsidizing the Naira for the dollars. He was making the Naira stronger than it appeared to be and buying up all the costs. And so Nigerians, like our government was paying for Naira being cheap. And those guys could access Naira at 400, go back to black market and sell at 700 and make insane amount of money just because they have access. Like access was literally will make you rich in the MFLA region, and it made a lot of people rich. So based on my hypothesis points, like there might, like I agree to it because this is actually an issue.
Prince says insider trading.
Same thing.
The fact that
It is now.
it's
Technically,
now,
it is.
It is. But maybe exactly. I think what Prince said is good. What is true because like they probably just told the person doing the thing or the people doing it that they should calm down first. Let it look like his finance. Then people like very black man came to Instagram and starts blaming Binance too. I don't know what that guy's problem is because it's coming in news and stuff. I start blaming.
I'm closer to the headquarters, Sha, so I have to remain silent. He started complaining. He said the same thing. It was like Binance is doing it. Have you not seen that in the store Binance, the price has stable, has come down. I'm sure he doesn't have all this context, so can't blame him. But yeah.
What I say, you can't blame people that can be paid. That everybody's for sale. That
Well,
how much you need to give very black man to talk? How much?
He will
Buy
collect it.
shirts.
He will collect buy me singlets. No shirt. He doesn't wear shirt. He wears singlets.
Now what I don't say, you go buy a shirt, you go this special.
Which video
But
would that
let's be very
singlet
honest.
you buy? You want singlet?
Anybody can be bought. Who dare not to Insta blog? You should not take anything to buy them.
Me, like just give me customers for my business.
And that thing I want to say is that people mistake things.
I go
People
buy
think
that.
G-boys can move. If you know how big Nigerian economy is, you realize that Binance cannot move Nigerian currency. You need billions of dollars to even make a dent. Can you imagine how many Nigerians are abroad?
By now,
will
it's
it take to move?
$21 million that we made. $21 million
It's not
that
their
we
money.
made in
that
one
they are
year.
moving.
In 1 year,
Exactly.
Nigeria 21 million in a full year. Do you know how much they invested
How much is
in a
NNPC stealing? Go and check how much
Yes.
one local government chairman is stealing. I think of where the money is going, how they are moving it. Everything in Nigeria are government's fault, not one thing is citizens. Because the
Cash.
kind of money you need to move an economy like Nigeria is not $1 billion. It is enough.
cash,
So,
bro.
Like
The
Cash.
amount of money, nobody
See-
can get it. How much G-boy gets?
Please, at the
You
end
gather
of
all
the
the
day,
boys' money.
at the end of the day, the only people that have the capacity to move that money such short time are actually banks. It's only
It's
banks.
cash.
Exactly.
Bro,
It's the
see,
same
this thing is
people.
moving in cash. It's cash they are using to. You see, corruption in this country moves on cash. Cash,
You
bro.
first of all ask yourself first questions. All of the Burundi change, how do they have means? Let's just start from there. They plus dollars, they increase. How does Burundi change have means? How does
Good.
PDP have means to share to all of their delegates during the primary? They need to start arresting people. What did they give means for? Because you cannot know that people are
Now
doing
you
things in
the
Nigeria.
arrest.
Maybe
I
they
need
don't
the
start
arrest
with
to
mail.
They will
Start
come find me
the
now,
four
rubbish.
They go start before of us. What is all that in
Oh, waiting. Me, it's not okay. I beg. You not
Shego,
entertainment.
they need high ranking officers to find Shego. No, they need visa to come here. Ego, now one policeman, one mopo go just find you.
God gets my
On your way to cafeteria. I like you for road.
You know, when they come
Man,
here,
child.
they come na starter pack for Yahoo for Nigeria. They go catch you easy like this.
You don't think? See, no. I see. My face looks very innocent. That's the thing about me.
Hey,
Like
yeah.
I have a very.
Your
I'm not
hair
like. My hair is the only thing that is counterproductive to that, but you deal with it. You deal with it. I promise myself if I land one contract, if I close one of these deals that I'm currently working on, if I close it that day, I will go out, I will make my hair
Braid my hair.
straight up. I will make my hair and I'll buy shawarma straight
He
up.
has a
Bro.
budget for 15K.
Straight
That's his
up.
budget.
So,
I'm not-
what kind of deal do you need to barb your hair? How much do you need to barb your hair?
No, I'm going to dread my hair now, 15K. I'll sit down and they will twist it.
So in your mind, your natural hair and the grade, which one is worse for the starter pack? I don't understand. Why are you using?
Try to say you're walking
Indeed,
backwards. I'm calling you progress.
Indeed.
Oh my, now why go the thing? Honest in the emotion, now feeling now. Wait to be this.
Shut up. Fuck all of you.
People
On to
with
the next thing.
bag red for WAEC.
I know I'm not from this state. I'm not from this state.
But you did there. You did there when they
I'm
went
passing
for egg last year.
No, I was not here last year. I was not here last year. I'm passing through this.
For context,
No,
for
I'm
context,
not.
they released a diagram representing the status, the good standing status of different
Performance of
states.
my
Performance,
Yeah.
why performance of states in
For the
Nigeria. I
states.
beloved Egop State.
No,
With Egop
my
State,
state. I am a cross
performed,
river man from
outperformed.
Ogoja State. See, the state which I'm passing through, which I'm currently squatting in, is Osun State. Now, that is the state with the lowest performance. It has red. I am passing through. I'm from Cross River State. It is green there. Over there is good.
But this
So,
life
Carry
just
your house
do.
move.
But that's very good though. Egop, does that, you know what that means?
what?
That means on the way to their next WAEC, if you just miss them on that tree, you see two
Yeah,
sunshines, you understand? Before the next exam,
We
you go
rent
to
house
Mm.
for Ife.
yeah. The funny
no reason
The
about
funny
this.
thing, this place, they claim they have more of the universities, this is Adeleke University, OU University, Osun State University, Ilesha University, your schools have, maybe your university, 12 now, maybe here,
I was going
Now
for
I-
you to mention it.
Now why
Yeah.
they get plenty unis now. You know, say people we know sabi play ball, they like buy plenty ball so that they go be captain. But everything is so.
Hey, hey.
Oh, this guy have finished. You have
a whole
finished.
state, a whole state.
God.
Oh my god.
Sheku. Ah.
Oh.
Now, fun fact, we don't even need
don't
disclaimer.
catch you.
We don't even need disclaimer for this one because how many people for that side will even listen to this thing? No be boom play that.
That boom play. That's true, that boom play. Yeah, that's always funny to me. When like I send somebody a link of like, oh, check Spotify. They're like, what Spotify? I'm like Spotify. And I'm like, that you have it downloaded. Like, what do you
You
mean
keep showing me
Bro,
things.
they exposing people.
You keep showing me things that make them deserve more than red.
Guys, if it's black, they give them. You should give them the black, bro. I don't give a shit. How can I tell you to listen to this particular song and you tell
Are
me
you
I should
saying that
send that?
black is the lowest ranking?
Hmm? Well,
You saying that black is the lowest ranking?
I go. What do you mean?
Wow.
What do you
Why didn't
mean?
you say white? Why didn't you say brown?
I go.
Hmm.
What you know?
well,
You know?
last time I checked, the only thing that was slaves after human beings were black human beings. So, I don't know. Are probably the lowest. So,
We need more disclaimers, I beg. Please.
God. Censorship. So I don't pass disclaimer.
no, see, not if this up, guy. Musa get like 2 lawyers or 3 for your family, guy. We dey safe, guy. In Popsin a lawyer, first sister and a lawyer. I think your second sister and a lawyer. I don't know.
I go
So-
your lawyer na the
Yeah,
surest.
No, I don't, my lawyer no be sure. So now Musa family go defend us. All of us go take court like this. We just line up all his sisters and brothers and the Popsin dey with them. My lord,
They beat you. You know, you go know that day.
my lord. No. Your Popsi go defend you. I go hire your first sister to defend me. Then this rest. Prince, you get lawyer for your family now.
I don't get anything.
Ishego, you get lawyer for your family now.
Now you be my lawyer.
Okay, now when I finish, they defend myself. When they finish, they defend me. I'll come defend you. So no worry.
I go
Right.
call defend you.
Elisha introduce me.
I go tell the
Madrid
judge.
court where Musa go dey. Musa the family na Madrid court he go dey.
Eh? No matter when they did Madrid court,
Canada court.
when they did Madrid court, they go ask us, say, what is the meaning of, there are 3 worst cases for you to be.
What's the meaning of honesty?
They go ask you, what are your thoughts on people being gay? And there you go start from. Yeah, then if you ask me that question. So, yeah. Do you know how fun it is? Like, I know I can't be arrested for these things because it's legal to be, to be these things. Like,
You like to see let me give you advice.
Yeah.
You will live in Nigeria one day.
Yeah.
What you say will be used against you in the court of law. Full stop.
You know, don't police now. I'll keep my stuff.
I'm your descendants.
Yeah. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'll I'll keep myself short. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Don't do you from airport.
So on to the next thing. God bless you. Shego asked a question this week, and his question was on when we're young, adults used to, tell us some things, you guess, and we used to listen to them. And now we are that age, and we know that most of the things we're doing are guesswork. We're just winging it. We're doing examples, experiments. So why were we listening to those motherfuckers then? Do they really know what they're doing? And why should we listen to
My
them?
own was not a whatever you said. My own was, we're not that.
Yeah, why were we listening to those adults then? Shego, if you can remember, give us more give the people more context. Be like, say, I did talk based on feelings now.
Idea. Take for example yourself.
Okay.
If one young guy come they ask you questions now about life, you could give him advice, they give him answers. But now look at your life. If they could see this video now, do you think they will listen to you?
Yeah. See, the funny thing, what that you people don't understand is the funny thing about me, you don't understand is I actually have sense. I don't know why you guys are failing to believe it.
Anyways, as I was saying,
I have a lot of it. But go
People
on.
with sense don't need to defend that they have sense.
In my case, I'm talking to you guys.
have you seen Dangote say he has money? Explain why he has money. If you get time, you know we talk about that.
Narrate. Everywhere just read what I said.
One.
Hey, you guys. Hey. So the discussion was, my thoughts were like, the difference between them and us, basically is experience. Like, they may be winging it now, but the advice we're asking them is based on our own sense. Then, like, for example, if you're a 5-year-old, you ask somebody who's 24 years old for advice, and they will give you based on your perspective as a 5-year-old, right? That's what they will tell you. So it's the experience that makes it different, because then we are experimenting. Them right now, they're experimenting. So you can't really say, oh, we know for sure. The only difference is the experience is what is giving us or giving them an advantage to say, do this way, because they have experienced that this is how it would work and this is how it will not work. And oftentimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Or let's consider a case where they did it that way once and they failed, but that way was the right way. But because they are lazy individuals, they failed once and they decided to run. They now tell you that you should not go that way. That would have been right for you if you tried enough. And then you now go another way and start wandering in your one-room apartment why your life is not coming together.
Well, who are you talking about here?
Like, I first always want to but I go the 5%.
No,
What are you talking about here?
My example, I
Shadow?
just how far?
Life is not coming together because it's not trying to get her.
I go no be I dey talk to. I don't know why you dey feel guilty. But continue.
Right. Okay, what I want to say is that can you hear me?
Yeah.
When we're done with university, I know so there are plenty dumb folks. I have to say it, like a lot of dumb folks graduated because the school was in half space and it was an on-campus place.
That deserves an effect.
So I'm not just saying for my school, I'm saying nationwide, especially from one particular state. And
Yeah, that's right.
because of the density of dumb folks. Now, when I say dumb folk, I'm not saying somebody's a dullard. I'm saying they're a dumb folk.
I've never heard somebody see the density of that.
No, the density. I'm talking about some particular departments have high density. I will just mention them once and for computer mass comm. The density is quite thick, very viscous. So these same young people went on to NYC and they posted them to schools as teachers. Because when NYC started, I opened my Snapchat and I saw this particular boy. I don't think this boy, the only thing he did not dub was his student ID number and his name. From 100 level, see final year, this boy just the choke, they go. Cheat, 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 cheat. This boy, they are signing to teach secondary school, and this boy was flogging his students. And he was enjoying himself. How did you? And then I started to wonder, this nigga that cheated his way in life till this stage is not flogging anyhow. Then I started to doubt my teachers. I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but I started to doubt a lot of teachers. Because you might
See what
look
you
up to
did there.
someone, but that your teacher doesn't know anything. He just knows the answer. Please, I need that ding, 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 ding.
So
Thank you.
there's another thing
Your
that came
teacher
to my
might
head.
actually be. Yeah,
Please,
yeah.
please, you don't feel like every teacher is listening to this, right?
Yes,
No,
no.
no, no. I went to 9 schools, guy. Anybody that feel like
Your
them, check.
teachers.
See, Prince went to so much school.
I went to nine schools before university. Anybody that feels them,
I
is them, I bet.
swear, this guy went to so much school. It felt like he knew many people. It's like, see, if Prince wants to be a politician right now, he will not be hard because people know him. Many people can come out like, I know him. He went to school with me.
He's a popular guy now.
Big guy.
Go up. I see what you did. Too. Let's not focus on it.
He went to the same school with me. But anyways, there's another thing that came to my head. One very funny proverb that people from a red state in general like to use. And it goes like, what an adult sees sitting down, you can't see standing up. Now, the whole thing now is funny because the information they had then, they had to go to their friend's window and watch TV and stuff like that. So they didn't have enough information. And these days you have the internet and everything. Do you still then believe that these adults can see sitting down? But the proverb is actually funny because all of us, they see the same thing, whether you sit down or stand. Anyways, but do you believe that that stuff applies?
I'll say this one out for Musa.
So I think the way I'm looking at it, the whole premise of like Shego asking, I be like the question being posed, is the whole assumption behind the question being asked is the fact that like, some adults might not have understood what they're doing because like we don't even understand what we are doing and where we're going. Like that's the assumption. And I'm going to answer the question from this premise. The premise is that the world is actually changing. What I mean is that like the future, like everybody has this sense that something is happening in the world, like something is going to change. Everybody feels that there's going to be something that will really change the way of life and how people actually live. Like not like people don't talk about it, but deep down everybody feels like like there's just like anxiousness, uncertainty, doubt, fear, and sometimes hope that things might just change. It's good or bad, we do not know. Now, taking into account this premise that the world may be changing, right? And then taking into account the assumption of the question, which is that our teachers may not have known, or adults may not have known what they're doing because us we don't know what we're doing, must be contextualized. Why must it be contextualized? It must be contextualized because people are talking about growing up in a state or in a world where like complexity was much lower than in the reality we live in. That is, the world was a less complex place. Like living in Nigeria, like in 2000 growing up, like in the 1990s, yes, things were quite complex, right? Because changes in government, just uncertainty, like because of economics and everything, right? But the level of complexity on a grand scheme of things, right, was not that high. In our world today, there's so much complexity, right? And as a result of that complexity, we are looking at a different paradigm altogether. So the question we're even asking, right, is that so we are assuming that the reality we are living and the reality they are living, right, is not the same. Why? Based on the variable of age, that is because you're 20-something year old when they're also 20-something. like they must have winged it because also are winging it. But like what I'm trying to say is that our 20 something and our 20 something are two different things altogether because of the level of complexity that reality has put us in. Right? Like 20 something the next 20 years will be much more complex than us. The world is just getting more complex and complex. Anyways, so like today, I don't know, should we assume that they're winging it because of that? To an extent, yes. But the other extent is that we also have to take note that everybody at each time, right, can only live the life they're living with the information that they have. That is like me and you guys now. We're living our life based on the information that we have. In 10 years' time, we'll have much better information, right? That like the 20 years of that time will have to perhaps take better decisions when they're in their 20s. The world will be so much more complex that information that they have might not be useful for them to overcome the complexity that presents themselves as at that particular point in time. So at the end of the day, like I view it from a what?
You don't start to confuse me, but go on.
How am I confusing you?
When you say the complexity,
What do you understand I'm saying? I'll be confusing everybody.
I'm getting what he's saying, but somebody's in that state,
that mean
He's in the air.
Hey, what did they confuse you?
go land the aeroplane first.
No, my point is that like I mean, yeah, to one extent, like obviously human beings will always make the comparison, right? But like what I'm trying to say is that the context is different, so much more different, and the context will continuously be different. So we can only we can only answer the question, right? Taking into account that the information available as at that point.
No, they use big grammar. Just tell the guy, say times are changing, the world is evolving, making understand them like that. If they use complexity and all these things, they blow in mind. So just go with times are changing.
I swear, see finish for this group. I actually.
I don't go talk again. If I talk,
you.
When I go attack me 4 times. I don't go talk again. I'm going to drop my bread.
That's the conclusion, guy. Like, we can only make the analysis like when we give the proper conditions, when we know the conditions we are using to answer the question.
But anyways, I know go see my guy. Sorry, not my guy. Person who I know will be Momo. They give advice about life. They look am sharp.
No.
Life coach. Life coach. Who tell me one life coach?
Yeah, I mean,
what you're saying is very, very right. But not minding all the Christopher Nolan movies I've watched, being realistic, fools grow old too. You don't grow old when you get wise. You grow old when time passes.
That's me the party last for school. Still age
A
with you.
fool go age. And that foolish white man, no fit see him by, but you still think that due to a quote that was said before he was born, that he can see more than me, we get ChatGPT in the case. Let's see if you see. Somebody has not read it before, he thinks he can see more than us. Are you joking? So, what I want to just say is that I take people's advice with a grain of salt. To be honest, I don't take people's advice, but I say grain of salt respectfully. You, as a young man, you want to tell me advice about, I'll say I want to enter inside those things. You're telling me that you know all these things. All these things are not really, like, what do you know? If you are in the field, I will take your advice. But the problem with older people is that, especially in Nigeria, this has nothing to do with our lecturer. This is everybody that's older than me. If you're older than me, you're older. You're an elderly person. 1 year older, you're still elderly. So, if you are older than me, it doesn't mean you know as much as me in a certain field. You only qualify, you cannot come and tell me about statistics. You way you know past O-level maths without cheating. You want to come and start telling me about numbers. Are you mad? So people should be in their lane, talk from experience. You cannot be you cannot just be all this career coach on IG because you have 1,000 followers. You think you can tell someone about relationship and marriage. You have to
Our
have like
life coach
25 years of marriage before you can talk to me about marriage. So people should stay in their lane, their area of experience. Don't talk
Yeah,
outside your
I
area
think
of experience with age. It's stupid. Ah,
I think that's a good place to, like, put a circle on it. Is the advice that we give at your current age. If somebody younger asks you, you will give him more better advice if they ask you a question relating to what you are specifically known for. Like, what in what field have you done? What's your experience level on that particular thing? Just as Prince said about, like, the statistics thing. If somebody, if me, somebody come and ask me for statistic advice, I can't tell you A or she about where to go and start learning for that maths from. No, that would be a stupid thing to do. So that kind of thing. So
but
it's more like
then
you can't. But then what? Go on.
the older generations in Nigeria egoistical. They believe they know it all and they are not ready to learn. So
Exactly.
that's where the problem is.
That's
They
the
believe
thing.
wisdom is age.
So you go, Jimmy, come on, open my WhatsApp for me. I can't send message.
That's the same person that will tell you browsing is not good. That you should not browse. When I was on
Always on your phone. Always on your phone.
always on your phone. When I was growing up, somebody would tell me that one woman was telling my mother that she should not allow me browse. My mother was like, "Why?" She was like, children of
Guy,
nowadays, that's what they do. All they do is
you
browse,
know,
browse, 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 browse.
as you said this thing, it reminded me of the dumbest thing I've heard an adult say before. God, till today, I know if you forget that line. Like, we did try hustle for PlayStation now. So one guy come our house one evening. My mom come they tell him say we won't buy, I think PS3 that time. This nigga said, no, they buy all these things. Oh, he dey spoil television guy. I can never forget that line in my life. That was the
The game is
dumbest.
for television.
He dey spoil television.
Oh, what the name of this podcast with this? If you stop television,
I say everything we've said in this podcast feels for television. Hmm. The
I-
game is for
I
television.
can imagine that guy. They wear
I
suit
know
or
if you
something.
forget that. No, not
Waste of
corporate
material.
trouser.
Please, I'll say it all.
don't,
Fools
don't
go
listen
fools.
to don't listen to our podcast. So it will spoil your phone.
He dey
Your
spoil
phone will
books.
explode.
Don't spoil your phone. No. Yeah.
I swear,
So
they said
let's.
that internet was a bad thing until pandemic. They can't hold service for internet, but nobody will talk. The
Nobody
same
talk.
people who say internet na bad thing, na them they organize say, mute yourself. Why the WhatsApp? Who the WhatsApp na WhatsApp?
Facebook, everywhere.
Now them they do service everywhere. How you want me to see am if you know they look in the phone?
I said I said this thing one time to somebody. I was like, religion itself changes based on the century we're in and based on the time. Religion is not a stable thing. The God
Wait, oh, sorry,
and the
sorry.
Jesus.
Wait,
Come,
sorry. No, sorry, I beg, wait.
Alamiland. You know the Alamiland.
No, like, bro, you're talking about religion, talking about adults. Like, I don't understand.
We are talking about church here now. Prince mentioned something about church now. That's what I was saying. It was like, the same people that will be like, oh, Facebook and internet is not good. It's the same people that came online during pandemic and say, who church online, do this one online. If you are going to church online before pandemic, they'll say that one is not church. Now, pandemic
And how
came.
does that tangent lead to... Wait, land first, land.
Don't be like saying that me. 4 of them, 3 of them like this plan and say, no worry, anything Egg say today.
No, just land first, land.
Where I'm going is now the God and the Jesus. The God that many of us believed in and the rules that guided this particular worshiping this God has changed so much that it will change again that we will not even notice it. Now, the way they used to worship God back then is different from now. The doctrines that guided the religions we know now are different. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Religion, right, changes based on times and seasons. Before, men used to wear gown. But now, if you wear gown to church, you can't. Why are you laughing? You can't. You can't wear, as in, there are some churches now where they are allowing their women to wear trouser. Before it was abomination to wear trouser. You'll be like, God doesn't like it. But now you can wear trouser to church. You see? It's
What is
changing.
funny is that I wanted to talk about this gown thing, and you literally just mentioned it. Word for word. It's funny. No, Mr. I go try wear gown, sharp, but it's funny.
Exactly. You see, people still wear gown now.
It sounds like all these.
Imagine Prince wearing gown.
You
Pause.
know what reminds me of?
Pause.
People they remind me like of all these like all these former Christians on Twitter. We like they get like underlying hits. Like you get like where they don't suffer from church.
No.
Twitter, they use them.
No. If you listen to what I'm saying, it's the truth now. Before, talk am. Before, men used to cover their hair. They used to wear Buddha, all these things, cover their hair. Now, you can't cover your hair in church. You say as a man, you can't cover your hair in church. Mm-hmm. Before.
And you just said that before men used to cover their hair.
Like,
now.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm. Men can cover their hair before now. No, so those pictures where
Maybe that's confused.
Like,
Moses go
they
wear
ask
something.
him where. Moses go wear something inside church.
All those pictures now where Moses go wear something. Now for pictures.
Yeah, they tell that these pictures are real.
Every Catholic church just white. That guy is Arab. And like just white in every picture that you know. Like Caucasian white.
Bible story book.
Pictures. This guy is using Bible storybook to defend the point. Oh my Lord.
Like he does have a point.
This
Like,
podcast
which is,
Messiah muted.
but like at the end of the day,
You tell him.
it's not as straightforward. Honestly, it's honestly not as straightforward. Like because I mean, doctrine is something that a lot of doctrine, depending on like which aspect of faith you're looking at, right? Like a lot of it's consistent and they're like very minor changes over the long run. It's when you put an umbrella over certain things that you start to, oh no, you see, like this thing's changing. Like for example, if you look at like just Sunni Islam and you follow it like a particular, you know, group of Sunni Islam that like believe in a particular theology and you follow it, right? The changes are going to be very minimal. If you carry like Baptists and you follow them from their inception all the way to here, the changes are going to be very minimal. But when you carry the blankets over and you say, oh, Christians have changed their beliefs, right? Over like past 2003 or 300 years. Like once you put that blanket, of course it looks like things are changing. Like, oh my God, like it changes with you. But like there will still always be people that will hold on to that faith, whether it's X, Y, Z, whatever it may be.
Is that good?
I'm not the guy that if it's good or bad. That's your person, like that's that person's personal business.
Good. Now, we started from the back. Let's go to the front. So you guys give updates. What's happening in you guys' week? Who's gonna go first? Prince, what happened in your week? Hello? Don't these boys they hear me? I believe they hear me. Okay, Musa, what happened
I
this
can hear
week?
you. I can hear you. Let me go last. I'm probably this one. Let me be last.
Okay. Musa, what happened in your week?
or more. Okay, my week actually started with finally I was able to like in the last episode I said I can't hear you. I go
I'm not saying anything now.
like in the last podcast episode I said that like I'll post the Nigeria EU but it never come out. What came out was the BDC's report because I actually got hooked onto it and I underestimated how long that thing would take. It took me like 3 days or 4 days to actually like from getting data and then like actually writing and finish everything. So I think my week started with publishing that. I think Tuesday or was it? Once I was done with that, like still doing like the report I'm doing for the company I'm working on. I'm on just pack comments for that thing, for the documents. So I just like walk through all the documents. At the same time, like, I had several appointments during the week, so I went for that as well. So that was just my week. And also like currently reading the Nordic Ideology, which is a very interesting book. It's by Hansi Freinak. It's
Who is the author?
Hansi Freinak.
I don't know.
It's about metamodernism, which
The
is
fuck
like,
is that?
how do I explain metamodernism? So there's
I mean, you don't know it now. You don't know it. You
culture.
don't know it.
No, like because it comes from different things. Like so, there's first traditional, then there's the modern. It's about society and culture. There's traditional. In fact, even before that, there's like post-function. But then, like, then just start from what everybody knows. There's traditional culture, modern culture, postmodern culture, and then there's meta-modern culture. So it's really like, I mean, it's trying to give a, well, let's say, a political argument for a meta-modern future and how that meta-modern future should look like. There are two books. I finished the first, and the first was called Listening Society. It was recommended to me by my friend Adrian. And then like I'm currently like going through the second one, which like honestly a lot of the things I've seen are very interesting. There must be taking it in must be done with a lot of wisdom. If not, you might actually do things that you're not ready for. But like a lot of what he's saying. I mean, so in the first book, that's Listening Society, he literally says that like society goes through developmental stages. That is, there's this hierarchy of model of hierarchical complexity that is called MHC, which like he builds on, which essentially are like he categorizes society in like different things. So they're like post-function society from the caveman era all the way to like people that don't have believe in religion, all the way to like moderns and postmoderns. Postmoderns are the people that basically criticize everything I see as they're like, oh my god, everything like shit, like we got so wrong, we have to question society, blah blah blah. And then the metamoderns are those that are like trying to look at the past stages and say, like I understand where you're coming from. However, like this is how things can look like, being more conscious about respect, equality, equity, and also very like most importantly being very conscious about like the ecology, that is our ecosystems, the animals within it, and all of that. So it's honestly it's not a book that will survive in Nigeria at all. Like it's combined is like 800 pages. It has like 400 something. This one I was like 400 something. So very few people read it, I know for sure. But like you have to be like perhaps like a rich white man to actually give time to these things. I'm not rich and I'm not white, please, but it's my white friend. I recommended this chat. Was like you have to be like very well off, like to actually.
I got love that.
I bet people should calm down. You should calm down. So Musa just basically told us in 3 or 4 different ways why we cannot read the book. First of all, said that Nigeria is about please. He said it's 800 pages long. And I say you have to be rich white man. Damn, 4 different ways.
I not
He
say
just-
I
man.
don't say you once.
Like yeah,
He indirectly
yeah,
said,
not man. I
he
didn't
indi-
say man. Like
do you know what he also said? He said that this book will not survive in Nigeria. He's just basically calling out
Oh
black
my
people
God.
directly.
This guy called
I
me out
hate you guys,
different
bro. I
ways.
hate you guys.
He called
bro.
out my skin
Don't
color,
this,
my
don't
account
do this
balance,
to
the
me.
country I'm from.
The point is that like people
Yeah.
that will actually
God
care
loves
about
this.
most of the people,
Bro, we
majority of
had
people
the
that will
points in 3 different ways. We're not reading it.
I know.
Rich
Basically,
white
it's that you would have
man,
said one
Nigeria.
sentence. You would
Damn.
have
I didn't say
you would have
man.
said
This
this.
guy
We
don't.
you
are
have
rich
said
and
one
white,
sentence.
rich and white, Nigeria.
Musa, you would have solved
The
your problem.
reason is because
You would have said this book is
these
not for black people.
ideas, the ideas he presents, the ideas he presents,
Black people cannot
like
understand.
it's only when no, it's only when like hunger is not your problem, and like you don't have to think about affording food. Like you don't have to think
Hunger
about
now our
like
problem.
it's
Yeah, no, that black people problem. Now why? Go on.
No, he said yours. Ego, he said yours. Not
Hey,
black.
hey,
Stop
hey,
dodging.
hey.
Stop hiding behind your wrist.
what are you
Oh,
saying?
fucking-
Please, all of us here hunger the mama us. So let's not even everybody here.
Oh boy.
Like I
You also said that you used to think about what you eat next. Hmm. Hmm.
Ayo
That is 5
DG White
different ways
can
now.
read that book.
He
oh
said,
my god. Anyways,
Ayo DG
oh,
White
when you
can
get
read
rich and white. Why do when I become rich and white, I'll read this.
it's those close to you for real. It's those close
My
to
name
you.
is Black. My name is White. But I am black.
White is privileged from birth. He can read the book.
I want to make a joke right now, but please forgive me. You know, there was a guy that said that his name was White. The reason I thought why they named him
Why
White.
is this our episode though? You know, but I don't remember. Egob is just like laughing, muted behind the screen. Everybody now said gets the joke, but don't worry, it's not necessary.
No. It was going to be a racial joke, but I've stopped. It was going to be like the reason why they named him White was because they felt like he would leave the country and they need something privileged to counter his, And I was like,
Yes. Wait, calm down. You said you're not going to say it. You just said it was going to be like, you just said you just something is wrong, guy.
God, please let me not go to prison. Please. It's not a joke. I'm just joking. Please. It is entertainment. Please, can we not publish this episode? Please. Please. Oh, before you know that, they will just put me
And
out.
anyway, that was my week. That
Yeah,
was my week.
That was a week, guys.
So,
Hey, week was fun. Shego,
yeah,
how's it?
so no, sorry, let's actually close this well. Like the book, I'm not saying that those categories are. I'm not saying that like metamodern philosophy aligns a lot with aristocratic like white people because they can afford to think those stuff.
The aristocratic black people may not go see that.
Like you have to, or aristocratic people generally. That's the truth.
That's what you should have said.
No, but like, see, at the end of the day, there's black tax, bro. Like that, like a white man that is rich and a black man that is rich are two different people. Especially if you're Nigerian. Guy, Ego, do you know that if you become rich today and like your American friend becomes rich, that guy has no like 20 people that he has to like be sending money to. Like you enjoy his money by yourself, but you have like 20 guys, and then your village will be like, oh, our son has succeeded. We will buy like 10 bags of rice every month first.
Yeah, what happened this week? My brother called me, and he was like, one of our neighbors called him. Our neighbors in our area called him to ask where he's schooling and if he's living alone and stuff. And he was like, they asked him, "Are you living alone?" And he was like, "Yes." But he has a roommate. The scope they wanted to send somebody that was living in the area to go and stay with my brother in school. So this example of what you just said now about like somebody you
Exactly.
believe.
Like, we have to be realistic about this thing. Just the truth. Dangote and Bill Gates are not the same at all. At all.
One of them is which Elon Musk and Dangote. The difference is three.
Guy, how you say 3? Nigga is 10 or 30 to play.
3 animals is one
Okay.
man of Dangote.
No, it's three Dangote, one Eremos. Anyway, Musa,
You know,
Musa, we get your points. We get your points, Musa. Autocrats can only be white, and if they are black, you don't have.
like one classist guy. Like, that's not the points. Hey, Chago, I beg, how was your week? How was your week?
Well,
Chego,
people of both colors will understand how my week was.
Your papa, Chago, your papa.
oh my god. Yeah.
Guy, I first started off paying for apps, and then I ordered the ring light and mic. So you finally hear me on Friday.
Content creators. No, that's a Gen Z starter pack. Like that, man.
Next thing I had to open YouTube channel, or or working on that.
Yeah, straight up.
Then I met
Hello,
one
guys.
Pakistan. I met one Pakistan Dubai CEO, and after writing on AXA, I fear that guy. That guy is one of them. But we're just working on his
Jesus
facts,
Christ.
and we'll see. We'll see what happens
Give
then.
context. Let me give context. Let me give intro. So on what's
There's so much
podcasting?
stereotyping from you guys.
On what's podcasting, right? So what's podcasting has a newsletter where we recommend like interesting podcasts for people to listen to, right? And Shego, we had the privilege that Shego should write for us. Like he honored us this privilege to write one thread about one podcast for us. So Shego, go on, explain. If you want to get that, the link is in the description to what's podcasting newsletter. But like Shego, explain.
Yeah, so I wrote one of their best piece to date on As Act, an educational scam that happened in Pakistan. So, these days, meeting Pakistani people, it's nice to meet them, though they are good guys. So you just have to be, there's no but. Anyways, I met the CEO guy, and just like Axe Act, they have a company set up. They have their own Slack. They have everything. I'm not saying they're Axe Act. They're just from the same country. Just like them, they have everything in place. And, there's no contract, but there's a tax. So you have to work on that tax to find out if you're on one side of the coin or you've just been fried. So that's what we're doing while we wait for our mic. And I've been shooting videos every day, try to get comfortable with the cameras so we can start bombing. I know Yahoo boys will hear bombing and think it's their stuff. I mean, like, legal bombing.
What kind they do in Pakistan? Oh my god!
This podcast will be a podcast in what's the name of Boondocks. This has to be like a Boondocks podcast, bro.
I say,
Not the bombing in that side of the world. I mean,
I
like,
understand. You want to
Matapreto.
terrorize the algorithm.
yeah.
I want to put in a different angle.
Oh my god. Oppenheimer things.
Yeah, with my ring light and small mic. I won't be sending videos to that risk.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Congratulations. That's nice. That's all your week. Oh. Yeah, definitely. You're right. People of both colors will understand how your week went. That's good. Prince will go last, so I'll go next. My week was cool. This is a highlight of my week. So this week was interesting. I had regular, and I'm still reaching out to like some CEOs and like basically our staff from the company was podcasting. So I'm still reaching out to some of them, trying to close a certain deal. realizing that some things in business, right? I think one of my earliest realization this week was regarding to having employees or people who work under you, work with you, is like you have to in a way make sure they know you, like you have to show them you are working as much as they have to show you they are working. So when I was an employee full time, I would always work and like make sure my boss knows I'm getting work done. Is the best way to get promotion basically. Like letting the people higher than you or people around you know you are getting work.
Eye service.
It's not really eye service as long as you are doing the work, right? Letting them know that that's not eye service.
When Bishop Abi that year SS3, you go know I go when Bishop Abi came to Faith Academy when he before WAEC when came to play for us. Jesus Christ. I never knew we had some speakers in that school.
Guy, you know, that school is like the production center of eye service. And they sell them from there.
I service LLC.
New mics they come out. New mics, bro.
Right.
Eye service academic.
Yeah, I was
Need them to go to cafeteria. Teach everybody that to me.
What did Prince say? What did Prince say?
Now when mama come, they serve more rice.
Oh yes, even in cafeteria there was more fish. There was new service food. Everybody got fish. And I think we to tell fish to go round. So, I don't know. They always had more fish.
They keep up for free, go share am for themselves. I don't know. That before anybody come and call me out. I don't know.
That Bishop
But
anyway, sorry, I go ahead.
yeah, but basically what I learned is that so an experience happened with Pearl. So I mentioned something in group that Pearl was in about like what I've been doing trying to get a customer, and then she reached out to me and she was like she was interested, she was just like amazed. She was like, oh god, what you're doing is really nice, and it's really really interesting, like it's interesting to her and stuff. And she was like telling me that if she was working for somebody else, and even though like the company has not grown yet, and she wouldn't have left, she would have put in like more intentionality with it, because people always ask her, okay, level of pay, why are you volunteering, this and that kind of thing. And she's like, she still likes working with me because she is seeing the efforts. Now what that taught me is, number one is, for you to have employees who still believe in your vision as much as you want, is you have to
So please, I beg, I want to ask you
Guys,
something
I go like
before you
so
continue.
unnecessary. So unnecessary, but like
I want to ask you one question before you continue.
what?
Can you tell us how long you've waited to say these things?
I've not waited any long. Guy, you see, counts, this is counts. I've not waited any long. This is just coming on my head now. Is the realization I have is, now you have to, show that you are working. Not as if you have to do eye service. You have to make sure you are working on the product and be transparent with them on the process of where you are, so that they would believe you. So they will still have that vision in you, because more times than often, these employees believe in you over the business. They believe in you more than they believe in the business itself. So they are working with you rather than they are working with the business. They are working with you to pursue the dream. And that's one thing that I took from that
Give an
experience.
effect.
That's one thing I took from my experience with Pearl this week. It was nice to see, to be honest. So yeah, that happened. I still had conversations with I don't want to mention their names now. With some of them, send them mails, send them more like messages to see they could have like a deal. One deal was about to bust, but then I tried my best, think on the feet to resurrect it. I read something recently. Now it was about intensity. And I think that was what even gave me the zeal to still go after that deal. That last deal I sent you guys a screenshot of? Yeah, I gave a new proposal to them. So I was reading it, that the post was about intensity, and it was pointing out most startup founders and most of these big guys have intensity. Like intensity in the sense of the grit to think what's the next best thing to do, even though this thing is falling down, right? What's the next best thing? Like Elon Musk had intensity. You could tell from his building of the companies. You could tell from all these other guys. There's so many guys, but Elon Musk, my G. So at that point in time when the deal went bust, I was thinking to myself, I should just let this thing go. It has gone and move on. And I was like, what is one more thing I can do to save this thing? And coming up with that new proposal felt like the next best thing I could do for the company. Yeah, that was the highlight of my week basically. More on just mostly almost podcasting, trying to make new content, push things out. So yeah, I still have backlogs to set to this weekend. But yeah, that's most of it. That's most of it. That's the highlights. Prince.
You will have said that thing without adding that whole employee stuff.
No, it was see. No, see, this is the thing, eh? This is the thing. If I talk like you say how long that is, this is it. It is interesting to me. I find it really interesting. I find it really fun. And like, let me even define what I mean by fun. I mean something is fun, I don't mean it's hard and difficult and just, I don't mean it's just jai. When I say something is fun, I mean it's interesting, it's intriguing. Like I could be going through the toughest time in my company, not raising funds, all of that. Not as if we're going through any of that right now. But it's interesting, it's fun. Because the figuring out the process is fun. Go on, Prince, go on. That's all. I just wanted to correct you, Musa. Prince, go
Musa,
on.
tell us about your employees.
Stray bullets. Like, boy, like, first, I have to comment the fact that, like, I've just released one of the best episodes that I have listened to in my life. On C2PA.
Ego,
Not
did
to-
you keep that your sound? That ding, 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 ding. You don't look prepared to do this.
Question.
Like,
Yes! That's true. I didn't mention that.
Like, that episode was mad. I can't lie. It was a bit noisy, but it was just okay. Like, it was like, it was like a film in audio. I don't know how to explain this more than that.
I like that feeling.
Ego, you already done the cover my screen.
You don't want to big, have you?
Nah, we will give him flowers when deserve them.
Yeah. It was good. That episode was nice. Shout out to the casting team. Yeah. Please, we should give you 2 more minutes for the pod or 2 more minutes before you speak. Okay, we'll just keep talking until you're on mute. We'll just keep talking till you're on mute. We can't hear you, so. Am I the only one that can't hear, Prince?
That kind of American sound.
I'm not talking about that. 2 more minutes. 4 minutes.
Okay, go on. Yeah. So, so that was it. Like, I don't want to spill too many of the beans on this podcast, right? So I'll just there's so many things I would like to share with you guys. But after this episode is done recording, it's more like the goal and plan, like forward plan for what's podcasting this year. I say I thought about this thing and it's crazy. I don't want to share it because I don't know if my enemies are listening to this. So yeah, fuck you, bitch, if you're listening.
Your village people. The ones where you want me to their child's school fees.
All those ones, I don't know for them.
Your village
I'm
will
not-
get internet, guys.
Did they use mirror
Their
now?
internet.
Yeah, internet. They
Their
use
internet,
mirror.
they use network.
They don't need light. Oh, Jim. Please go cook for us like this night. I like that feeling that you
Okay. I think,
Go. Friends, go on.
oh, okay, for those that don't know, my apologies. This isn't the usual time we record. So, in case you are hearing background sounds, I've actually been at work. It just shows my dedication to this podcast. Please make that ding 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 sound. Yes, so literally, I'm glad this is an audio podcast because if it was video, you see me throwing out the trash from the cafeteria, and it's quite embarrassing. I just spread off so I can finish. So my week. Last week I mentioned that my professors realized I'm soon finished school, so they are trying to like hinder my progress with frustration and different what do I call it? Different projects. But this week I have one major announcement to make. Like last night was perfect. Wait, does anyone want to say it for me or let me just drop it?
Say
Okay.
it
I'll
first.
drop it.
Like this, huh? Like this,
Say
huh?
it first.
This week, a young rich nigga that has been chopping rejection since last year, July. Back to back reject every day email. Yesterday, your boy sent out his first rejection letter to a company, a fan company.
Not
Like,
just
I've never
any
slept so well, not just a fang. I sent out a rejection letter to them, so you understand now. So let me change the testimony. I'll thank God. I'll thank my parents. I thank ChatGPT. Yes, so the next time I give this kind of talk, now when I give rejection letter to one or three giants, I will come talk again.
Nah,
But yeah. That was the highlight of my life, song in my ear, my week. And and yeah, what else? So I started Fiverr again. I'm back on the scene. And
you know how funny this sounds.
what?
You know how funny this sounds.
This guy, no
You
can't
saw-
joke. I started Fiverr again.
Okay, go on.
And funny enough, location brings traffic. Location dictates your commission. Write it down.
Fiverr. You use
Nah, I don't
am
think
for
that's
They go the same Fiverr since 2019 that have been turning ahead, that have been doing Yanga for us. Young man created account one night. The next day, I don't receive 3 orders.
soft. My location.
I'm telling you.
Go updates. Go US.
Location and commotion.
Oh, I no get Fiverr.
But-
Now pork they use.
And I
Yeah.
use Fiverr, I use Upwork, I use everything, guys, so far. I see they look
Musa.
my profile, they laugh.
Musa, your YouTube, is it on your Spanish email or Nigerian email?
What?
Your YouTube, is it Spanish email or Nigerian email?
What the hell is Spanish on Nigerian email?
Yeah, the location. Change the location. Change it. So that they will do like what they do for Prince. Change this podcast. This podcast. Go and change the
No.
email.
You know Fiverr, you have to pay tax. So they know that they can remove money for tax over here. So I think it gives them the incentive to promote people's accounts here. On Nigeria, they know fit.
So here, we are standing on his mandate, so we can't pay tax. Yet.
Exactly. So I think that's it, sha. But
Wait, what kind of projects do you do that like you're selling?
Okay, I do everything that has to do with Linux. Linux is Bash or Bash scripting. I do web scraping, data analysis, data projects. I'm basically doing IoT analytics, but I'm receiving dollars. So yeah, then I'm also doing.
I go be fool.
What do you go say?
It's not about what I said. It's about what was said.
Okay,
I go say that cutting work.
You say, what do you
I'm
say?
also doing AI arts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, AI art is you having an AI that's what other people don't have, and then paying you for it to use that special AI. You feel me? Yeah, so we cannot use Midjourney. Everybody knows about Midjourney. We have better ones. So you pay us to use our better ones. What's that?
That's a very black mountain. That's nice.
It's not black mountain, it's business. This guy.
OG.
Man is in business. I see what you did, Prince. I see what you did.
That's
Word.
JT.
I don't make sense. I make dollars, man.
Guys. Guess what?
No bill me,
Yeah.
no bill me, no trial.
He's new prince.
We already
Hashtag
have the cash out for today. We have the cash out for today.
For the past
It's not
few
Bill Grace.
weeks, Bill episodes. Bill Kekere.
We already
Bill Kekere straight
Person
up.
already reject Amazon. You remind me. Kill him, Papa.
I mean, slow down. We have to edit some parts of this episode. But that's smallest.
Yeah. Let's edit the episode,
Edit,
please.
okay.
I beg.
I got me down, my beg.
Yeah, they tell what I say.
No judge really listen to the podcast now.
You just go to laugh.
Yeah,
I
for
swear.
us.
Just go to laugh. Like,
As they hear every new minute, we just add more years to Ego Sellers. By the time podcast end, now 200 years, we see.
oh my god.
Profit.
Go for me. Oh, Jesus. No. I was telling them to take me to Asia. They should put me in Asian prison. I heard that, especially in Japan. Yeah.
Stop
I
it.
don't. I'm not going to. I'm not
Guy,
going to say.
go to Pakistan. Shego go give you plug for job.
No. If he told me to suicide bomber, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
You resist.
Oh, boys, people of God. Remember, this podcast is all jokes and entertainment reasons. Some of us are intoxicated right now. So this or one more, some of us.
Please don't speak for yourself. Please.
Yeah. You don't know alcohol is an excuse in the court of law. So some of us are intoxicated right now.
It's a
So
Friday night.
It's a
We are
Friday
supposed to
night.
be elsewhere.
It's Friday night.
Yeah. All broke single men together on my podcast on Friday night. What's the definition of lonely again?
No, even if having a babe still, like, bro, like, when it's Friday shoot, you go to our podcast. You go join me on the podcast first.
Yes, so we all have the breakup to thank for the start of this podcast.
You
It can be
bet.
possible. It has now heartbreak coming in a timely manner.
I'm telling you, it won't be possible
It's not possible. Shout out to her, wherever she is.
without it not being the right time. It won't be possible.
How many times I
This one
come
play
in?
now.
Now, me dey do- See, make I no put this is rich him as the topic of this episode.
Like,
She's supposed to get shares for this podcast
I swear,
because it wouldn't be possible without her.
without, I swear to God, anything I won't put.
Wait, I'm not joining her. No put her back. No threaten me her back. Anyway, all our listeners know that I was working
No,
in the
you don't see
cafeteria.
everything in your mind. I was everything in my mind for title.
Wait, calm down. All our listeners know I was working in the cafeteria, so the topic of the podcast is not colorating. It's
Cafeteria for cafeteria for
my
US
life.
be manager for Nigeria. Stop playing.
Stop
Abel,
playing. Maybe our governor, the president wife, talk say, when I go leave this country, go to do another work for another country, but I don't know if you do that work for this country. So, yeah, I be big man now. Now talk saying that because the country they pay on our way. So you be big man.
I don't talk anything.
Put Bill Prince. Prince doesn't know statistics. Statistics knows Prince. Prince where they predict when Bitcoin go rise and fall. I ain't the big play it. Yeah.
Yes,
true.
Investment advice. Even though this is not investment advice, but everything is satire. Buy data bricks stock. Look, Google what is data brick stock and buy that. Use your father's money, use the mortgage money, you sell your father's car, buy that stock to go up the next 2 months. Thank you.
Okay. He was talking about what they said in the game.
Are they public?
What?
Data bricks.
Data
Are they
bricks,
public?
buy their stock. Yes.
That's true. Reddit IPO'd this week and they went off 43%.
Oh yeah, that's true. Reddit actually
Woo!
IPO.
That's the happiest news that happened this week. I was so happy.
Yeah. Well, it's a mixed thing. The thing is a mixed feelings because recently this year they shit on their external apps. The guys that were basically helping Reddit be Reddit. All those external apps, they told them they'll pay for their APIs. The API was like expensive as shit, and it was very terrible for most of the users. They even held like a protest, an online protest where the moderators were all on protest. For a while the Reddit was just down. Some Reddit thread all that they like stopped being functional and stuff. But yeah, now they've IPO'd.
Okay.
Investors are happy.
No, guy, like no, like this is the irony. Reddit where they meme like the GameStop memes for GameStop no finish for Reddit. Now we need a
It's
we need a
literally
Reddit
Reddit that made the whole GameStop scenario. So no one is going to short Reddit. Because if a subreddit could make GameStop and scatter the economy, what do you do if you try to short Reddit itself? What I want to say is that Reddit as a business loses money annually. That's why when you're on Reddit, you're not disturbed with ads. You literally see the information you're looking for. Ego can be himself there without getting arrested because nobody knows where you are. So Reddit as a business is not good. So plenty people are thinking of betting on it, but everyone is scared. Then what they Reddit do? When you IPO, your shareholders want money, and then they can force Reddit to start putting all this nonsense and kill their customer base. So what Reddit is, which is pretty genius, is they allow their users to buy stocks before the IPO. So if you are like an active user, you can buy it before the IPO date. That way they know that a good section of their shareholders, a good segment are Redditors. You get. So you can both please shareholders and please customers together because they're the same people. So that's like win-win. You get me? Which is very genius.
I think it's a genius idea, but I won't give it a total win-win because as we know, this game is money. This game of these things is money. Money
They're
rules.
up for 7.9% in one July.
Well, money rules the market.
Money is money. So I'm happy for them.
That's good.
Because I'm an active Redditor. Yeah.
Reid Hoffman should be proud of himself right now. It's not easy. Yeah. There are so many other news that came out in the tech space. We have quite some interesting one. Looking at the thing, the Nigerian space. What's the other thing? Ghana is. I don't know why I'm laughing when I say Ghana. Ghana is looking to make deals with Starlink. I think Zimbabwe is here. What's that doing here? What's that coming? Starlink launch in Africa, doing mixed bag. Why is being embraced Nigeria? Rwanda holds the Starlink. Okay, so Nigeria, Rwanda holds Starlink right now. But considered criminals in country. Wait to holders of satellite-based internet Starlink are being considered criminals in Zimbabwe, Senegal, Botswana, South Africa, and Ghana. Yes, so if you are using Starlink in Ghana, you're a criminal. And Zimbabwe should be thankful. Like, I don't understand. Like, you should be thankful. Moving forward. That was update on that end. It's true. I have an interview with Bankless. You know that email I sent to you guys? That email I sent to you guys about like that application I sent, right? Can you guys remember?
Yeah.
So tell me your thoughts. Do you think that email? Do you think it would have gotten me an interview or not?
If the guy actually ready, I think he will be interested in knowing you, even if just to speak with you.
Well, he did get me an interview.
Yes, it's most likely his intern that read it or his secretary. You get?
Nah,
because if intern read that thing and shows him the thing, the intern doesn't want to return offer. But if it's the guy that personally read it, he might have gotten your humor and your charisma and maybe give you a shot.
Exactly.
So what I always do that fuels my ego is that I never lose. I just learned. I don't know why I got that statement on. So
it's very
I have
sold
in the statement. Leave me alone. Let me get him. Let me talk out. You never lose, you only learn. The flip side, what? Only exactly. And then the flip side of that statement is you never lose. it did not just align for you.
Yeah, you have to speak it into existence.
Yeah, you know, I like
You
what
get
I
me?
did 3 years.
So your what do you call it? Your reply email would have worked. If he was in a good, let's say his wife gave me a that evening and he read it in, he might have laughed and give me
Yeah.
a chance, you feel me? So it did not just work out. What does
Yeah.
that mean? Please give your husband's head. There might be someone that needs your husband mood to be raised up. Thank you. So we learn
This
every
kind
day.
of
We learn every
conclusion.
day.
Like, I don't understand.
Oh, that was so unnecessary. Oh, you heard what Prince said. Yeah, you heard what Prince said. Yeah, so the guy he sent me a link. 2 hours later after I sent that mail, he sent me a message. It was like, hi David, thank you. Yeah, and then he sent me a link. His name is David. His name is Dave Frisberg. Funny thing is, I put John there. I was like, hi John. I didn't know who his name was. His name was not John. I didn't know anybody's name. I just put John there because I don't want to put hey there, hi there. I'll just put hey. I wanted it to be like hi John. Like maybe I misspelled. I want if you ask me, oh who's John or something, I don't like who is John.
Wait. You sent an email to him and you put John.
Yeah.
Eh? Guy, you can just put good day for my guy.
No, I wanted his name to be there.
And you put John. What
Yeah, I
if John
put
is
John.
owing you money?
Oh, well, yeah, that could be the name of his wife as well. No. So
Wait. What?
Prince, this is the same guy that believes honesty is a feeling. It's okay.
it's okay. That one has passed over.
In his reality, it can pass.
I just put John there. I was like, hi John, because I didn't want it to be empty. But I don't know why she chose me. Like that email was shit. Glad he did. You have an interview
This
on
guy started again.
hello? Metro.
I don't go metro.
Now you the Metro. You see that?
I can see Musa moving, sure.
Oh yeah, okay. You're on the same page, on the same Metro,
No, they tag me.
Yeah. That's it. Is that
Musa, that guy is struggling.
Musa?
What do you say? What do you say?
Oh, it's him, ba? I thought it was me.
Not him.
Like, I was so confused. Like, what's happening?
What's happening?
He want to infect our networks.
Who did? I mean, I'm not doing anything. No. Did he find Musa? Is that the pod, guys?
Yes. I've not had my night bath. So I
Okay.
need to still shower. Yeah.
Well, now the world knows. Thanks, Shagan.
Yeah,
they
not.
do.
uh,
Famous.
swine. Piece of shit.
Person
That's
no
it,
bath for night they talk.
Ladies, I don't bath now. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, welcome to another episode of the Boys Podcast, hosted in Musa Podcast for now. Till we get to 10 episodes, then we create our own channel using an email address that is registered not in Nigeria, so that Spotify can be able to pay us ads money. But with that being said, yeah.
You do welcome people for the end. What a red state sign.
Take the link in the description. Fuck you, Shego. Take the link in the description to support, the sponsors of this podcast, and check the recommendation later. And if you have
What are you sponsoring?
work for Shego and that work for Prince, for Musa, hit them up. Yeah.
You don't need work now.
I
said. You need internet network. You don't need work.
With that in red states.
Yeah, stop recording. Are you done? Hey?